Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of May 23rd. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone on any platform, that is not me. Please do not get scammed. I am using the Tarot Muka deck as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. You can find links to both of these decks in the description below. And please do consider hitting that like button and subscribing. Really does help with the growth of the channel. But more importantly, hitting the like button ensures that other people who may need to see this message have an opportunity to see the message. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get this set up. Now, wow, the Eight of Wands has been coming in for the collective here pretty heavily in this week. Love the Eight of Wands energy, one of definitely a favorite card of mine. I have a lot of favorites, but yeah, definitely not a bad thing. All right. So, Cancer. I think that looks just about good enough to me. So, Cancer, definitely some sort of situation progressing here for you in a big way. I feel like there's been an important situation that's come forward, potentially in work, potentially in you signing off on something new in the past. I think some of you have spent a whole lot of time thinking about an opportunity or thinking about a direction to head, and whether or not you're ready to initiate something new, to initiate a new start into your life. I think this has been something that's been on your mind, and I think something that you've been weighing pretty heavily here. And so let's just go ahead, dive into this a little bit more. So in the current situation, you have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about competition, potentially in one's life. It's also about standing your ground. As you can see, this person here is defending their position. And you can't see it, but there are people holding these wands, and they want what this person has. Okay, they want what they have, and the reason being is because the person at the top of the mountain here has been successful, and the unfortunate reality of life and of like human nature is sometimes when we succeed, people have a hard time handling our own success, and sometimes we have to defend ourselves. Sometimes success breeds competition. And so it's this energy here of you sticking to what you know is true for you and not necessarily allowing the competition to knock you off the mountain or knock you off the path, but realizing that it is 100% okay, Cancer, to be a successful person. And, you know, I do feel like some of you have maybe outlasted the competition. Some of you have defended yourself. You've stuck up for yourself. You've shown up for yourself here. And if not, this is coming forward for you. But in the past, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment energy here, big energies. So the Ace of Pentacles, you know, obviously there's this opportunity here coming seemingly out of nowhere from the universe, hand offering a pentacle out. And in other interpretations of the card, there are actually crops here in the field. And crops in the tarot can represent harvests, abundance, you know, profit. And so the Ace of Pentacles can indicate you taking profit or selling or buying something as a way to create a new start for yourself. This is major seed energy as well, like planting the seeds that then, you know, turn into profits or turn into crops. But the Ace of Pentacles can also talk about documents, contracts that you may be signing off on, situations like that as well. It's really a new start in the material realm, and this doesn't always, you know, this could be job related, like you signing off on a new job, but it could be anything. Like it could be like getting a new house, getting a new apartment, moving, and, you know, anything with the material, getting into a new university or school, signing off on something, doing contract work, anything like that. However, the thing is, I think some of you have really weighed the importance of this. I think some of you have really taken, you know, I think you've taken this situation into serious thought, deep consideration here with the Judgment energy. Okay, Judgment energy asks you to do just that. It asks you to take a look at what is real, what is not real. It asks you to get honest with yourself and see if the actions that you've taken up to this point are really in alignment with you. Is this new opportunity in alignment with you? The Judgment card is about what is tangible, what is real, what is what is the truth, really. And it's actually more so than that. It's more about your karma. It's about what you've done. And it's almost like there's definitely good karma here for you. I do definitely think some of you are just, you have not taken this new opportunity lightly. So in the future, you have the Eight of Wands and you have the Queen of Swords. So the Eight of Wands, as I've talked about, coming in a lot for the collective here. It's interesting because in the reverse, the Eight of Wands can represent delays or setbacks, and we are in this Mercury retrograde period. There's an element of time associated with the Wands, but I don't feel like this is delay. I feel like this is you pushing forward. I don't get this as a delay situation, especially because the Seven of Wands is next to it, which is the card that comes before it. So situations are progressing for you here. The Eight of Wands really is about accelerated motion. It's about things moving forward. It can represent good news or good news coming in from a distance, so via social media, phone calls, text message, emails, letters, whatever the case may be. It can also represent long distance travel. But I don't know if this is about travel for you. I feel like this is more about this option that you've weighed heavily here moving forward. The Queen of Swords is about having a strong focus in your life, being an extremely focused person, or being, really paying attention to what is in front of you. And, sometimes we have to, here's the thing, you have to focus on what is right in front of you and let go of the things, let go of everything else sometimes, right? You can't be concerned about what is to come or what has happened in the past, because in reality, those things don't exist. And so the Queen of Swords is asking you to focus on what is right in front of you and to let go of the rest. And, there may be some type of progression here in your life that's going to require you to cut out the noise, cut the dead weight, let go of the things that aren't let go of the things that are not what is right. Let go of whatever is not right in front of you. Having a hard time getting this out, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here and see what else we have. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Hermit, the King of Pentacles, okay, and you have the Ten of Wands. All right, so King and Queen of Pentacles counterparts in the tarot. Just a friendly reminder, I do not attach gender to my cards, so you can take on the aspects of any of these cards. But, with this Queen of Pentacles here, this is somebody who's really focused on financial independence. I think some of you maybe have taken profit. You can see all of the crops around them. Remember, I'm not forecasting this, and this is not financial advice, but the Queen of the Queen of Pentacles is interested in their financial independence. They are interested in the practical side of life. It is possible that some of you have made a sale or made a purchase that is important. I also think maybe some of you have really taken a practical approach. This is probably more in alignment. Some of you have taken a practical approach to whether or not this new opportunity is the right one for you. Because remember, I said with this Judgment energy here, you're looking at what is true, what is real, what is not real. And I get the sense that there's a real sense of practicality in this new start. Like, you're not just jumping into something on a whim. Like, you're making a calculated approach here, especially with this Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very, it's air, it's logic, it's focus. And again, I think the practical side of life right now is extremely important to you, Cancer. You have the Virgo, the Hermit energy here, with the Hermit here. And so this is about self-mastery. This is about what is truly important to you. This is the internal message coming in, okay? And so we have, in this case, it's about what is truly important to you, because we've talked about this here, this choice, this opportunity here. Not necessarily what is important to somebody else, but the messages that you're hearing within. And you have this King of Pentacles, which is about somebody who really is focused on building their empire, somebody who's really focused on results, somebody who has sort of climbed the career ladder, and they take disciplined steps to, they have discipline in their way to, on their way to the top. And that is how they've gotten to the top. And the King of Wands is somebody who's well off and well-to-do. And so it's almost like there's a big opportunity here for you. And I think some of you are going to throw yourself into this opportunity. And I think you're going to recognize the magnitude of the opportunity that's coming in. You have this Ten of Wands as well, which is potentially about a burden that you may be carrying on your shoulders. And it may be just this choice that you have to make here, this new start here. Some sort of burden, and it's almost like maybe some of you have accepted more responsibilities that maybe came with more money, something like that here. The Ten of Wands can also just say that you are experienced, because the Ten of Wands person has crossed the finish line. Let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit more here. So you have the peaceful resolution, unlikely, and no. Peaceful resolution, unlikely, and no. I actually want to get a, what is no? Is this also, okay, don't stop. Okay, so there's a big energy here of you not giving up with the Seven of Wands. It's like, it's interesting. I was not expecting this, but this, as is the case sometimes in these readings, you know, I don't really know what to say here other than I think there's an energy of persistence that is extremely prominent in this reading with the don't stop, no, and unlikely. And I think eventually the persistence is going to pay off for you here with the peaceful resolution. There's a lot of that with the Seven of Wands, but also the Queen of Pentacles, and most importantly, the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles does the same thing over and over again until they get to the top. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling for you. Let's see what else we have here. So you have the Temperance card, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Seven of Swords. You're actually the first person to get the Temperance card as I'm using this Tarot Muka deck, so I had to pause for a moment here, but yes, indeed, this is the Temperance card. You can actually see that they're like performing alchemy here. They're kind of mixing and combining elements. As you can see, they're pouring whatever's in this potion into the vase here, and they have their toes dipped in healing waters as well. And so the Temperance card is really a card of healing. It is a card of alchemy, of patience and moderation. But more importantly, the Temperance card asks you to balance something out in your life. And what's interesting is you have the Two of Cups next to it. Actually, these cards are both soulmate cards in a way. The Temperance card can bring a soulmate into your life, or an important relationship if you're not a soulmate person. If you don't like that label, that's fine. I understand. If that's not, but it can bring an important relationship or a soulmate into your life if you balance something out. And the Two of Cups is my favorite romance card in the tarot. It is a major soulmate energy, or a twin flame, or a divine counterpart, or whatever label you like to use type of energy here. And so it's like there could be a deep connection here, which, you know, honestly, now that I'm looking at this with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, both are counterparts in the tarot. You know, this did not start off as a love reading, but there could, for maybe a small portion of you, or for some of you that are here for love, there could be a deeper connection with somebody forming or developing. You do have the Seven of Swords, which I don't love because that can be deception. But more importantly, the Seven of Swords can be about needing to have a game plan, or put a strategy in place, or take a clever approach to a problem. And I think it's probably this message of you dropping whatever is not right in front of you. You're letting go of that. Whatever you're putting all your focus on what is right in front of you. And I think that that's part of what's coming forward with the Seven of Swords. They're concentrating as they steal the swords, right? So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. You have the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Swords. So major breakthrough energy here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, two or more aces in a tarot reading is always a good sign. It's a powerful new beginning in your life. The Ace of Swords is like a breakthrough. It's another breakthrough card here, as you have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Both are like divine sparks of inspiration, I think situations are progressing very heavily for you, very quickly here for you in this week. Some of you will be getting a new start, and I'm not surprised at all as you have the Two of Pentacles, which can be about weighing an option or weighing a decision. I even was using that definition here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment card without having the Two of Pentacles. So it's like you've been having this Two of Pentacles energy throughout the entire reading, and I think some of you are going to be extremely victorious in whatever decision that you have made here or that you are in the process of making. Let's go and see what's at the top of the pyramid. So you have the Knight of Cups. Wow. So happiness arrives for many of you here. The Knight of Cups is about some type of happy event happening in your life. There are events happening for you quickly. For some of you, this will be love. And maybe for some of you, that is throughout this whole reading, that's what you've been weighing, the option that you've weighing. Do I go into a deeper level of commitment with this person, so forth and so on. But for others of you, there's some sort of happiness arriving to you around a choice that you've made here. And I definitely like to see what's going on here for Cancers. Now you also have this moon energy here, which is just asking you to trust your gut, trust the feelings that are coming within in this case. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.